Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just doing a rapid fire wrap up for April and May because I am behind on my wrap ups. But yeah, so this is just gonna be a quick, small summary, not chatty too much, give you my star rating, and then on to the next book. Yeah, so we moved. That's why I haven't been around. I think my we moved video and update video will be up soon, but if it's not, I'll just give a quick recap. We moved into our new house in May. We moved across country and that was stressful. When I say across country, I mean from coast to coast. So yeah, and I adore our new house, but it needed some just update on decor. Nothing too serious, although we are having some intense work done next week, which I'm terrified about. But yeah, so we did need some updating done. I have been ripping wallpaper, plastering walls and painting for the past 8 weeks. 8 weeks? No. 12 weeks. 12 weeks. And it's coming together. It's almost done. I only need to finish painting a few rooms and then I'll be done, and then I can focus on getting our shelves a bit built for in here, because while I am extremely grateful that they left shelves, it's not ideal. But yeah, there will be a library tour. Maybe I'll show these bookshelves before I update them. Currently, things are stacked like that, and well, I don't mind it. These are my husband's books, so I think he doesn't like that aesthetic as much, but that's okay. This is my room. So, but yeah, so that's where I've been. Let's look at the books I've read. I have this because I don't want to forget anything. April and May were very crazy. April was lovely. We ended up staying in Airbnbs, and again, I'll go over that. May was hectic because at the end of April we moved into our last B&B and we were only there for a week and a half, and if you've ever bought a house, it's stressful. And yeah, so we did that, and then we drove 6.5 hours back home to pack up and basically move here. And so my reading was a bit meh. April was great, and then May I found out that I just wanted to be comfort reading and listening to audiobooks. So let's jump in. So the first book I have is Bone China by Laura Purcell. Laura Purcell is slowly becoming one of my favourite authors. This was the second book I read by her. She does gothic horror, just chef's kiss. And in this, we are set in this house. Does it have a year? No, but it's set in this house where this daughter and father have moved after consumption took away their family, and he is just so determined to find a cure. And then we jump to the future when Miss Thorncroft, the daughter, is elderly and just kind of sits in a trance state, and we are following Hester as she takes up to be her nurse, and weird things happen. It was creepy, it was atmospheric, it was so good. I really enjoyed this. I think I gave this 4 or 5 stars, I can't remember, but do recommend if you're looking for gothic horror. Laura Purcell is where it's at. The Silent Companions, oh, one of my favourite books of all time. The next book I read was The Windsor Knot by S.J. Bennett, and this is all about the Queen solving murders. So this is set at the Queen's 90th birthday in Windsor Castle when someone there is murdered, and of course they need to figure out who did it. It was very cute, it was very fun. I gave this 3 stars, and I will definitely be continuing on with the series. Again, 3 stars is not a bad book. It just means that it wasn't wowza, you know? It was enjoyable, I had lots of fun with it. I will be picking up the next one. So the next book I then picked up was the first book in the Inheritance trilogy. No, I haven't continued on. Yes, this is a bad habit. And that is The 100,000 Kingdoms. In this, we're following Ginny as she is summoned to the capital, which is called the City of Sky. And she is the granddaughter of the god, the leader, the king, the ruler. And she is summoned to this competition with her cousins to see who takes over next. And stuff starts happening. And it was very good, and I loved it, and I don't know why I haven't continued. I did this with the 5th season, and that's such a good series. But yeah, 5 stars. Easy peasy, 5 stars. An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. I didn't think I had an interest in this, but then I started following Hank Green on TikTok, and what do you know, I bought it and I read it, and it was pretty good. I haven't given a rating to this book because I don't know what I want to rate it. It's either a 3.5, maybe. Let's say it's a 3.5 star book. In this, we are following a girl as she stumbles upon these mysterious statue robot things that have appeared overnight in major cities all over the world, and we are following her as she deals with going viral and the consequences that follow her. This book I read was Grave Peril. This is the 3rd book in the Dresden Files, and in this we are following Harry Dresden as he tries to figure out what's happening. Why has the spirit world gone nuts? Like, why are they crossing over? There's a ghost problem. There's some vampires thrown in. This is pretty good. It was solid 3 stars. I enjoyed it. I am going to continue with the series because I keep getting told it gets better and better with each one. I find them quite fun, quite serialized, like watching a TV show, quite fast moving. So yeah, I will be continuing with the series. Then we have The Nothing Man by Catherine Ryan Howard. I could not stop with this book. I didn't want to put it down. I like flew through it. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to read more by her. It was a mind trip, you guys. So in this, we are following a young woman. We are following a woman whose family got murdered by this man, and she then writes a book, and he reads that book, and we follow him reading the book and her living through this trauma. Like, it was just so good. 5 stars. She was a genius. It was creepy. It was spooky. It was thrilling. And just like reading him reading the book. Oh, it was good. It was good. I only read Other Words from Home. This is such a heartwarming, just gave me the feels book. We are following a young girl called Jude, and her mother had left her father and her brother behind in Syria as they fled for refuge in Cincinnati to live with her cousin and her uncle. And this was just so good, and it just, I don't know how else to say it. It was warming. It broke my heart in times. It's written in prose. It was so beautifully written, and I can't wait to get a physical copy for this for my shelves, because if you're looking for a quick read, a warming read, I definitely recommend this. I read Keep Her Quiet. This is a thriller about a baby that goes missing, and we are following her in the upcoming years as she's a teenager, and weird stuff starts to happen again. That's all I'm going to say about it. It was good. 3 stars. I gave it 3 stars, and then I actually sent my copy to my best friend to read, and I think she liked it. I'm not sure. But yeah, 3 stars. Then I read The Gilded Ones, and this was really good. It's a kind of younger YA fantasy. So in this, we are following Decca as she is preparing for the blood ceremony, which will basically say whether she's pure or tainted. If your blood's red, you're pure and you can go on to marry, and if it's gold, well, you should die. And she ends up getting rescued and getting an option of you can die or you can become a soldier for our city fighting these monsters, and that's what she does. And all is not what it seems with the city and the monsters, and it was very good. There is another one coming out, and I think I might pick that up. But yeah, 4 stars. I really did enjoy this, and this book is so pretty. This is, again, just The City Born Great, which is a short story by N.K. Jemisin. It follows the same premise of the cities having souls and thoughts and things like that. I don't want to spoil it because it is so short, but it was very well done, and it has made me excited to read The City We Became. Just need to finish the Inheritance trilogy first, and then I'll jump onto that one. After that, I read Becoming Medusa by Emma Hamm. This is part of her retellings of Greek myths. She wrote I can't remember, the Hades and Persephone one, which was lovely. That got me out of a reading slump last year. And this one is all about how Medusa became Medusa, and it was very good. I gave it 4 stars. I very much enjoyed. I finally listened to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. We listened to this when we were travelling back and forth for house things, and it was very good, very fun. 4 stars. I enjoyed it. I will be carrying on with the series, and in this we follow our main character as he is taken into outer space to save his butt by one of his best friends because Earth is destroyed, and we follow the consequences that happens. Then I read Circe by Madeline Miller. This is all about Circe and her life after she is banished to her island, and her loves, her romances, her heartbreaks. It was so beautiful and so well written. I really enjoyed this, and I think I also gave this like 4.5 stars. It was very, very good, and again, I want a physical copy for it. I was feeling in the need to reread some of my favourite books because we had moved into our house. I was feeling really stressed and slightly overwhelmed by the amount of work that I wanted to tackle, and so I ended up re-listening to The Flat Share. This is about Tiffany and Leon, who share a flat. One of them sleeps there during the day, one of them sleeps there during the night, and I love this book so much. It holds such a special place in my heart. I've reread it 3 or 4 times now and I still adore it. The audiobook is great. I love the audiobook. Yeah, I definitely recommend this. The next series I read was the Vampire Academy series. I love this series. It's one of my favourite series of all time. Come at me if you want, I don't care. I love this series. I think it's still good. I have a vlog of me reading it a couple of years ago, and I talk about why I still like it. So yeah, so in this series you have Vampire Academy, Frostbite, Shadow Kiss, Blood Promise, Spiritbound, and Last Sacrifice. I was intentionally going to read this and then read the Bloodline series because I haven't read that in a while, and I do also adore that series, but I just didn't get around to it. Of course, this is a 5-star series for me. But anyway, so we have Vampire Academy, and in this we follow Rose Hathaway as she has been on the run for the past 2 years with her best friend Alyssa, trying to keep her safe from something that is chasing them down, and she's hauled back to school and just has to learn how to be, you know, be her friend's guardian and learn how to take care of her and learn what it means to own this responsibility and be responsible, all while figuring out what weird things are happening. Alright guys, I realised that was a super quick rapid fire wrap up. I'm just trying to get back on top of things with the channel because I adore doing this. This is like one of my favourite things to do. It brings me so much happiness just to sit down and chat books with you. What was your favourite book you read in those months? I'm so behind, but I will, you know, catch up. My TBR is ever growing and ever dwindling at the same time, so maybe I will do an updated TBR thing. We'll see. I hope you guys are enjoying reading, enjoying the summer, and staying happy, safe, and healthy. I'll see you soon in another video. Bye guys!